Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kyra and today we are talking about the makeup that got away. It's really weird to be filming right now because my family is home, so I'm gonna try not to be too quiet. It's just odd. Anyhow, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I hope you will consider subscribing before you leave, and if you like this video while you're watching, you can hit the thumbs up for me because that really helps me out here in YouTube land. So, like I said, today we're talking about the makeup that got away. Makeup I can no longer get my hands on unless I want to buy it used, and I'm not totally convinced that I want to do that or start down that path. But just makeup I can't get my hands on anymore that I still think about from time to time, that I missed out on these products for one reason or another. I was on a no-buy for about 7 months last year in 2019, so some of these went away during that time and so on. Let's get into it. The first thing is the Colorpop Good Sport palette. I have talked about this before on my channel. It's so pretty, so pretty. I'm looking at pictures here and I'll have them up on the screen for you as well, but this is just so me. I love the two yellows, a very buttercreamy yellow and then sort of like a muted canary yellow. I love the two like orchid purple shades in here. Of course, everybody loves that pop of lime green. This palette is just really well curated for me. You've got that silver and gray in there. And since they're cool tone, for me, I love mixing warm tones and cool tones together. And we are going to be talking about that in the Art of Makeup series soon. But if I look at the rest of this palette, okay, the shades that I just talked about, the two yellows, the two purples, and the lime green, that's 5 out of 12 shadows that are really drawing me in. The rest I probably have in my collection. I know I have the orchid colors somewhere in my collection. I know I have lime green metallics in my collection, and I surely have a silver and a gray. So ultimately, I just need to let this one go. I'm hoping this video will be cathartic in that way, and I can just forget about these products, and I'm very animated with my hands today. So the second palette is even older. This actually was no longer available by the time I came onto the beauty YouTube scene as a viewer of YouTube, but it's the ABH and Master by Mario palette collaboration. And I don't know why this one gets me still, other than I still see a lot of people working on panning this palette. Oh shoot, I forget what her name is. I'll put it on the screen. But when she was panning this palette, oh man, I loved the looks that she was creating. To me, this is almost like more of a perfect subculture palette. I love my subculture and I do continue to use it. But these sort of grayed out, just muted tones in this palette I think are very, very beautiful, very flattering. Yes, this is like totes neutral, and I probably have all of these shadows myself in my collection. Like, not even probably, likely. But I still think it's beautiful. I really think this was a beautiful collection. I would love to see him do another collection by ABH. ABH, if you're watching, which you're not, but I would love to see him do another collaboration with ABH. He's done beautiful work with KKW Beauty, so I'm kind of miffed I can't get this anymore, but even if I could get my hands on, like, say a brand new one, it would be old and it would not perform. Number 3, this is a product that my very best friend Jess has actually, and I think that's when I originally saw it, you know, in real life. I remember when this came out. It is the Park Avenue Princess palette. So you have 4 bronzers here and 2 highlighting shades. 2 of the bronzers are shimmery and 2 are matte. Great for mixing in my opinion. And I do have a little mini here of the actual Tarte Park Ave Princess bronzer. Actually should work on panning this. Anyhow, this is beautiful. I love it, and to be honest, I don't need another face palette. I have a whole drawer of face palettes, and I have more up here, plus drawers and drawers of colored complexion products. So I don't need this, but I just thought the packaging, first of all, is stunning. Very luxe metal gold, rose gold, and just the layout. I like these skinny rectangular pans that just go nicely across. No puzzle pieces, no wasted space, and it's just beautiful. My bestie, I know that she had a tragedy with hers, I'm pretty sure, but she panned in a couple of these shades completely, and she's like a normal person. Like, this was her go-to face palette. She loved it so much. I wish I could replace it for her and buy myself one, but I can't. So I'll have to use the face palettes that I have and love on this Tarte blush bronzer. The next one I think you guys are going to give me the side eye for. So the next one is the Urban Decay Naked palette. Regular old Naked. I owned the Naked 3 palette, which I've since decluttered because I strongly disliked that palette. It was a really bad purchase on my part from the get-go because it just, had I looked at it more closely, I would have seen that I would have been creating a lot of very, very similar looks based on the fact that it's like mauves and grays. But the original Naked palette, and then also the same bestie, she bought this palette when it was on clearance or, you know, major discount right before they discontinued it. And I saw it in person and I was like, why did I not buy this palette? And by that time, by the time I saw it in person, it was too late. I couldn't even buy it anymore. But this is just such a beautiful neutral palette. It's more close to the kind of neutrals that I'm into right now than a lot of palettes that I own and that have been popular since I've been on the YouTube scene. Warm tones have been the thing for so long. And I do like warm tones, but I do overall prefer cool tones, and I don't know why that is. I have a very warm undertone, but I still prefer cool tones. And to me, this is more of like your cool tone neutral palette. Plus you have several ways you can go. You can stick with the browns. There's sort of like the goldy green, and then there's your really cool tones with the blues there on the end. And I just think it's beautiful, and I'm kind of sad that I missed out on that. So, you know, what are you gonna do? And last, another palette. Only one of these is not an eyeshadow palette. Surprise. Anyways, the very last one, and this is so interesting actually, and I still feel this way even though I look at myself and give myself the side eye, like, really? This has been discontinued. I can't find it anywhere. And again, I just think this is such a perfect neutral palette, and how did I miss out? Other than, you know, the fact that we were being bombarded by warm tones when I first started YouTube and started watching YouTube, I think that's why I missed out on the Naked and then the Smoky Obsessions, because I wasn't looking for cool tones. I hadn't figured out yet that I prefer a lot of cool tones on my eyes and so on. Not that I never do a warm look, and there are a couple, 2 warm shades in here, I would say, but this is just the perfect mixture. When I look at this, I actually feel inspired because there's so many different combinations. There's so many 2 shadow looks. Like, I have no doubt I would probably pan this, except I don't really like the formula, if I'm being honest. I've had this Mauve Obsessions for a long time, and she has not seen a lot of love. I tend to have to force myself to use this by way of a Shop My Stash or something like that, and I think that's probably the last time this was used. I do like the colors. I think this one's a little repetitive, and then the Emerald Obsessions, love the colors. No repetition in my opinion, but the formula kind of sucks. So I'm gonna bust this out soon. It has a mint green in there. I am craving some mint looks thanks to Colorpop. but I know I have stuff in my collection that I can use that's going to give me the vibes and probably get it out of my system. And that is it. That is my short and sweet 5 products that got away from me that I can never have in my possession because they are gone, gone, gone. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you could give it a thumbs up for me. That really helps me out here on YouTube. And let me know down below, what are some of the products that got away from you, products that you can't get anymore but you still long for from time to time. And with all of that said, I hope all of your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video soon. I'm gonna put her name on the screen, but I remember when she was panning it, the plane. This one is gone for good. I cannot find it. Another plane. Really? On a Thursday morning?